All right, Leos. So this year, Saturn is going to be transiting your seventh house of relationships, and this can bring about the end of relationships if you're not careful. Okay. These blocks are there to test your resolve and work out any issues with your partner in an amicable fashion. And practice patience with your spouse. That's the number one thing that I can say for the Leos that are married or in relationships. And if you are struggling to find a relationship, just know that Shani's blocking that right now. Shani's a name for Saturn. Okay. Another thing that you're going to want to really pay attention to is that when Jupiter's going to be going through up until April 21st, your eighth house of transformation and inheritances. So you may inherit property during this time, or other assets from your family or in-laws. And there also may be a prompt to move to a new location as well. That's up until April 21st. Now, after which Jupiter's going to enter Aries. That's the house of the guru and the father. So this is really going to encourage a lot of self-development, working with dad. Great time to develop a new spiritual study. You're going to be looking for a teacher. Again, this is the time to do it. Wait until October 30th. Otherwise, you could risk attracting a guru who is on the wrong path. Okay. So
yeah, there was another
30th,
sign that had that too, Michelle?
It was, and that was
was that
a couple
Taurus?
signs before. I believe that was and then Taurus was. But the card that I pulled for you, Leos, is generosity. Really focus on sharing your wealth this year, whether it be family members or friends that are in need. If you have the wealth, share it. Be generous. We talked about this earlier in the show. It's going to take a community to get through a lot of the tyranny that we're seeing in our governments, in our money institutions, things like that. So be generous, okay?
Yeah.
I also got that's going to bring justice to the collective, okay? If you're a lawyer, if you have some legal chops, if you have the money to buy a lawyer, you might be looking into helping people make fair and just decisions moving forward, putting your money toward a cause, especially on a community level, okay? And doing what you know is right and standing up for your beliefs is huge. Now, you're going to be going through what's called your Saturn opposition, okay? And the way to handle Saturn going opposite you is to take away the more egocentric side of yourself, the king side, and putting it into the collective, using your light to shine a light on the injustices you see and correct them, okay? Because what that's going to do is that's going to create a Nine of Earths situation. This is the Witch card. Everyone's going to enjoy the little luxuries that they've been denied. Spending quiet time alone is going to be good for you. And successful self-employment, you can actually help people step into their power, okay? So, I see good things for you if you are generous with your time, if you're generous with your money, if you're generous with your family, with your community. You can step out and be a real leader, a helper, and an amazing philanthropist this coming year. So that's the main energy I get for Leo. What are you getting over there?
Well, I got this card. This always freaks me out when I see it in my own sign because, I'm half nervous to get involved in a relationship. There's a part of me that wants to get involved in a relationship, and there's another part of me that's like, oh my God, no, I don't have time for that. And so this is the Lover's card, and this is about finding sacred love. And I suppose if I, as a Leo, found myself a sacred person, if I found someone who I thought was spiritual, sacred, real, solid kind of person, I probably would turn and be interested. I probably would. But I haven't. But this card shows up, and this one says, this year it could happen. That's how I get it. That's what I see this year you might meet someone who you think is sacred. So if you're single, I see that. And didn't you say that if that wouldn't happen?
Well, Shani can bring relationships, but they could be karmic in nature. And especially if you're older, that's just a sign that he's just delivering them. Or it could be an older partner. Someone who's very mature, very responsible, very grounded, very career-oriented. That's the kind of relationships that Shani can bring.
Well, this one here would be someone who's not competitive. I got this in reverse, Seven of Wands. So it would be someone who's not really competitive, who's not pushy, who's not challenging, who's not hard. It's not that they're not challenging you as a person, but they're not challenging you and your interest and your ideas, and that instead they are listeners. What I got here is they're more listening, and especially if you're feeling overwhelmed. I got this one in reverse, another Seven of Swords, and this one tells me that you may be when you're feeling overwhelmed, or when you're feeling, over the top, someone is going to be there for you. Someone's going to listen. Someone's going to, and so when you're irritated or you're having a hard time, this person isn't going to challenge that. This person's going to embrace you, let you get it out, let you sort it out. And I see that there will be sacred reunion or sacred union created in this year. Now, this could be through a lover. It could be through a combination of, let's say, like sometimes the Lover's card, we forget this. We always think of two, but there's an angelic force in there too. So there's really three beings, three energies in this card. So sometimes this card shows up with, two people coming together to create a third vibration. And sometimes that's three people creating a triangle. It doesn't necessarily mean polyamorous either, but more, like my son and his partner and me, right? That could be
Mhm.
that kind of vibe. I do see that some travel could be in store for Leos, whether they're traveling back and forth to assist the people that they love, or whether they're traveling to places with people that they love. I do see that. I do have this card for the Leo, and I'm happy to see this one, my friend. This is the Star card, and this means a lot of Leos are going to get their butts on stages. And you've been working hard to get on a stage, you're going to find yourself there. People are going to start noticing you for the greatness and the goodness that you carry, Leo, and they're going to put you in a good position. You're going to be known as experts, as leaders, as popes, as bishops, as priestesses, as all of these wonderful things, gurus, and that type of a thing. You're going to be acknowledged for the gifts that you carry, Leo. Now, some of those gifts will be called on. Some of those things will not necessarily work. And maybe you're going to have to, how do I say this? Maybe you have to go back to something in your past and review it. When you have to do that, if you have to do that, Leo, it's a good idea to be super humble, super real, super honest, super transparent. It'll help you heal it. That doesn't mean that it'll be easy, because the moon card shows up and does tell me that some of it will be having to do with, and it was in reverse. So the moon card in reverse does speak of, secrets unveiled, or psychic knowing realized. Maybe you missed something. Maybe you've been fearing something, and it does come. And, this is going to give you an opportunity to face it good way. And so then there will be healing. You may have to walk away from a few things to make it right for you. And maybe you're not going to be accepted by some people, and that's okay. Accept it for what it's worth. Count the blessings with those that have offered you blessings, and move forward. So this, I think, this is going to be an overall very interesting year. A very interesting year. And I'm looking forward to it. How about you?
And I love that you pulled the star card, because that is the card for Aquarians. I have it back here, and it's all about service to the collective, but being a leader, shining, like taking
Yeah.
that time on stage to really shine in your community.
Yeah.
So I absolutely love that you picked that.